Hey kids, today's subject is friendship and how we experience God through our friends. Now this is one of my best friends in the entire world, Scott Griessel. In fact, we've been all over the world together. Here we are in Scotland and Spain. He took his wife to Spain and I took my wife last March. Now throughout most of Scott's adult life, he was a video producer, making television commercials for instance, car manufacturers. But Scott at one point wanted to give back to the community more, and so he and his wife decided to do a lot of work for nonprofits. Now, a nonprofit is an organization that is focused more on doing good in the world than making money. Well, in fact, a church is a nonprofit. He was wanting to do this more, and that's when I got to know him. Consequently, we got involved in a lot of projects together. Like, he went on the walk that I took across the country in 2006 with a bunch of folks and made a documentary film about it. He was also the video producer for an internet television program that I was a part of at my old church called Darkwood Brew, where we broadcasted a television-like program over the internet and interacted with people who were watching. But Scott's great love was photography. So one of the things he did to make a living as a photographer was he took pictures of people, and then those pictures would appear in magazines and newspapers and even on television. That's called stock photography. In fact, once I saw a photograph of his father-in-law, Don, on the Jimmy Fallon comedy show. Now you've seen Don also. He was the farmer in the children's moment I told the Sunday after Christmas. You've seen other photographs of Scott's as well. But Scott's favorite way of being a photographer was just to get out on the streets and shoot people doing interesting things. Now here's Scott when we went to Spain, just waiting for the next magical moment to appear and show us things that we may look at but we don't really see about people, their lives, their loves, their oddities, people just having fun. And he didn't just notice the magic in adults, he saw it in children too. Once, we went to North Carolina to participate in a festival called the Wild Goose Festival, and once again, Scott's eye wasn't just on adults, but on the children. But one day, it began to rain, and it kept raining and kept raining. Most people began to shelter inside their tents or their other lodgings, but, well, Scott knew that for some people, the more rain there is, the more fun they have. Take a look at these two girls and the magic that Scott captures. Now, Scott always seemed to see more than most people do, including myself. And even when he would photograph me, I would see things in myself that I never really knew was there. You know, one thing about good friends is that, you know, we see each other in the best times and in the worst times. We see the really fun and positive things in our friends, but we also see the ways they're challenged as well. Scott had certainly seen me in the best of times and in the worst of times. And I saw him that way too. That's the thing about friends. We get to be around each other enough to really get to know and see who a person is and realize that they may not be perfect, but there's so much of God's light in our friends that those imperfections don't really matter. An old Spanish saint who lived in the 16th century, Teresa of Avila, once said, "What a great favor God does to those who God placed in the company of good people," friends. And there was a reason for that. Teresa saw more than just human beings in our friends. She saw in the goodness of people the Spirit of Jesus. She wrote once that Christ has no body but yours, no hands, no feet on earth but yours. Yours are the eyes through which he looks with compassion on this world. Yours are the feet with which he walks to do good. Yours are the hands through which he blesses all the world. Yours are the hands, yours are the feet, yours are the eyes, you are his body. Christ has no body now on earth but yours, she wrote. We certainly experience that in our friends. And Teresa reminds us that our friends experience the Spirit of Jesus in us. How about you? How do you experience God through your friends? That's a question worth considering and maybe talking with your parents about sometime and asking them the same question.